18 years dating, married 1.5. Posted by Kirby_PNW. If you like these stories and want to see more, please like and subscribe. About a year ago, my husband's best friend since childhood came over to our house with his wife and 3-week-old baby girl, one of 3 children. They aren't very close because the wife has never liked my husband, and his friend grew more distant throughout the years. This is the very first time they have come over to our house ever. We know it must be something serious, and it turns out we were right. His friend has gone into remission, and his skin cancer from 5 years ago is now in his lymph nodes. My husband of 1.5 years and dated since we were teenagers, 18 years old, we married on our anniversary, and our divorce is likely to be finalized around our anniversary. Why? Do you ask? Because the night of his best friend's funeral service, my husband went and got a hotel room with the widow, mistress apparently. Earlier that day, he had walked in, told me he wasn't happy in a 15-minute conversation and refused to talk to me about anything added to the crystal blue last week before he wanted to buy property to build our first house. Out of the crystal blue. We were trying to have kids, and I am infertile, and we had undergone 2 rounds at IOI earlier this year. The floor fell out from beneath me. His entire family had become my family. All of his friends were my friends. I had zero support system, no family that is supportive, and no friends anymore that I had on my own besides old friendships from my childhood and a roommate that I had in college, but other than that, I was completely alone. I was in the deepest pit I have ever known, and I couldn't really tell you how I managed to survive it other than just focusing on my job so intensely that I wouldn't allow myself to think about what happened to me in an effort to actively disassociate from my feelings. Finding quality mental health right now in the middle of a pandemic where everybody is overbooked because of the surge in depression, anxiety, etc. People who are in extreme pain cannot get the help they need. I begged and begged and begged and begged for help, and I was really just past the back. Gave me the number of another colleague they know, who upon calling they also weren't accepting new clients, after so many times going through this extreme repetition of pulling myself back into this mindset just to get everybody on the same page of me. Oh, I don't think that I can talk about it again to even get help. I won't bring anybody in who doesn't already know because I don't want to put myself through all of the pain when I know that they are just going to pass the buck again. And now for the top comments. That's horrible. I'm so sorry he's done that to you. I suspect that maybe he and his friend were estranged because something happened with his friend's wife and your STBX, and they both lied to everyone about it. They may have already been emotionally or even physically cheating for years. Whatever it was, your worthless husband deserves to be taken to the cleaners for cheating and pulling the rug from under you. I hope you have a good divorce lawyer. Also, if you don't already have a good therapist, get one. It'll help you heal and move on. So that is it then? Have you gotten to talk to him since the hotel? You should ask him how long have the two of them been planning this. Does he really dislike you to such a degree where you aren't even treated with any consideration? Not being happy and treating someone like that are two separate things. Put the entire story on Facebook for all your friends to see. You have nothing to be ashamed of. He, on the other hand, should be so ashamed of himself. I would make sure that everyone knew that he had abandoned his family. You were a family even without children, for the widow. Let your friends know that he spent the night in a hotel with her the night of the funeral. If you have lost the family, what do you have to lose? Then post that you are looking for friends to have coffee or drinks with. Get back out there and build a new support system. Good luck! And now for our next story. Saw messages and a deleted picture. Posted by Good2Be Fit. My wife and I have had a checkered past. I've had some infidelity issues in the past, went to counseling, absolutely have really turned it around since then. The last 3 years have been awesome due to the pandemic, no disrespect to lost loved ones. It gave us the opportunity to stay home together and work on communication. We've had her indifferences, of course, a few arguments where she brings it up but nothing major. Yesterday she left here to watch her abs. It kept buzzing and buzzing. I'm not the jealous type, but just was curious to see, and I see a muted conversation with another man. Nothing physical, but he's calling corazon, beautiful etc., and that's not okay at all. She sent selfies, no nudes, even sent a picture with her abs, our son in it too. I then found a deleted picture of some dude in our deleted photos. So I asked who it was because I had no idea who it was. Just out of curiosity, I wanted to see what she would say. She got really upset. She accused me of checking up on her, trying to find things because I needed to cover my guilt. Now keep in mind, I have said nothing about the messages that I saw. I just honestly wanted to see if she would come clean about it. Later that night, I wanted to see what she would say again, considering she had had 3 or 4 hours to think about what's happened. She again went off and said, "Who cares? Even if I was with your past, you wouldn't have any place to say anything to me after what you've done to me. So I don't appreciate you trying to make me something I'm not." She made jokes, "Yay, I have a boyfriend, he's who I talk to here and there," laughing the whole time. Again, she doesn't know I've seen the messages. At this point, I'm mad, I'm upset because I thought she had forgiven me for my past and was ready to move on. But here we are 3 years later, and she's reminding me of it again. Does my past give her a free pass? How should I tell her I've already seen messages? How should I handle this? Help. Sincerely. And now for the top comments. That's the problem and why many relationships can't make it past infidelity. Now, because of what you did, she feels justified if she wants to cheat. She may not be right now, but you calling her out on it will only drive her further away and into someone else's arms. I am sorry for your pain. To begin, you start with a checkered past, that you had an issue with infidelity. You were working on the marriage and thought she was too. Now you find that you were working on it, and she is not. One mistake does not clear the other. If she is cheating now, that is only her revenge on you, and she is doing this on purpose. Do you want the kids to be raised in this? And do you think they will do well in this environment? I would gather as much evidence that I could. Yes, it's going to hurt like hell, and yes, there will be days that make you feel broken. However, down the line, if you decide to divorce, it will save your pocketbook some cash. You will have a ton of self-doubt and want to put it as water under the bridge. Again, think about the kids and if you want them to be raised in this environment. If you want them to be raised on this type of role model. In the time that you are doing that, take stock of your assets and plan for the have to happen and make your plans to leave the situation. Consult a lawyer to draw up the petition for divorce and ask as many questions as you can. Open a separate bank account and be ready to take half and dump it there. In case you make up your mind and decide to separate. You are now ready. About the kids, just the one, I assume? Be prepared to deal with that as well. She will try to rake you over the coals on that. There are apps that you can use to message her about childcare. Anything you do, make sure it's done in a way to keep and prove your communication about the kids. Do not talk via phone, trust me. She will do everything she can to muddy the waters about your caring of the kids, and you need to make sure that is clear as a bell. I would suggest MC or some IC, but with the pandemic, half the world has lost their minds, so you may not be able to find a good counselor. Let alone get into seeing one. The last few things: avoid the bottle, do not drink. In fact, do the opposite, start going to the gym and losing some weight. Start putting yourself back into shape. If you are doing that now, good on you, even if you are going to the pool just to swim. And now for our next story. My boyfriend of 7 years is cheating on me. Posted by Clams. I, F24, am not sure how to confront my boyfriend, M24, who is cheating on me. We have been dating for 7 years, and recently, I found out he's been going out with his friends and having sex with random girls. I confronted him once about it, and he said there was nothing to worry about. I chose to believe him. Last night I found a text from my boyfriend asking his cousin, "Do you have a condom?" At 3:43 a.m. when I was home sleeping. I am not sure how to feel about this all. I want to confront him, but I'm scared, and I'm not sure why. And now for the top comments. Why does everyone feel the urge to confront someone that they already know are guilty? The relationship ended when he cheated. Pack your things, go to stay elsewhere, send him a photo of your middle finger and ghost him like there is no tomorrow. If the house is yours, start to pack his things and let his family pick them up. If you are both on the lease, break up the moment he returns home, and start talking about how to disconnect yourself from him financially in the fastest way. There is no need to win an argument like an attorney in court. Break up. You don't even have to explain yourself, "I don't love you anymore" is enough. End of the story. If you are scared, just that feeling alone should be enough to leave. Be strong and say goodbye. How much self-respect do you have for yourself? He will only continue what he is doing no matter what he promises you. Everyone deserves to be happy. You just need to decide what makes you happy long term. Run and keep running. Just tell him that you know and are done. Then block him and go no contact. If he keeps bugging you after that, file a no contact order on him. You're young and can do much better than this jerk. What's your say on this? Do you have a similar story? Comment below, and don't forget to like and subscribe.